Singaporeans in Tokyo are braving a heat wave to cast their votes. It's one of 10 overseas polling stations for this election. Michiyo Ishida has more.
Desmond Teo and his wife Angie Chan were so determined to vote this time round. Despite their busy schedules, they decided to work in a cafe near the Singapore embassy so they can quickly cast their ballots. It's their second time casting their ballots in Tokyo.
We understand the importance of electing our president, so I think this is just us doing our part, right, for our country. Yeah, even though we are away from Singapore.
Polling takes place at a time Tokyo continues to experience a heat wave, hitting close to 35 degrees Celsius. It's the hottest summer ever for the Japanese capital since temperatures were recorded from 1898.
Under this heat.
Yeah, it's really hot today.
How are you coping under this heat wave?
Well, we have been staying at home a lot with air conditioning.
While many were happy to vote and fulfill their duty as Singaporeans, but they complained it was just too hot.
I try to go to the office earlier in the day and leave later in the evening, so I'm not out in the sun as much. Yeah.
As you can see, I'm sweating all the time. Yeah, it's like a lot of people tell me oh, you're from Singapore, you should be used to the heat, but actually it's not true. We are not as hot there as it is here.
This is the worst summer I ever experienced in Japan.
As much as it was important to meet the setup required by the election department in Singapore, embassy staff prepared to accommodate electorates considering the heat wave risk.
What we have done is the polling station is located within the embassy, which is air-conditioned, and there's lots of shade in the vicinity. We've also standby bottles of water for members of the public who may need it, and our embassy staff are on hand to assist any voters who may feel discomfort, especially due to the heat.
The number of Singaporeans in Japan has remained stable over the past 3 years. As of December 2022, 3,036 Singaporeans resided in Japan, according to the Japanese government statistics. About half of them live in Tokyo. So there are quite a few who have had to travel for this election. And there are those I contacted who could not vote. They were unable to be in Singapore for 30 days during the past 3 years, primarily due to COVID-19 traveling restrictions. Michiyo Ishida, CNA, Tokyo.